I don't want to be the walking dead. And we talk about this all the time. Get up and do the same thing over and over and over again. Remember that movie? It's that movie that came out, Groundhog Day. How many of y'all remember watching? And every day that man got up, he was repeating the same thing over and over and over and over again. There was something that God was trying to get him to understand, and he couldn't get to his full potential. So he was doing the same thing over and over and over and over until he finally surrendered. And God is waiting for you to totally surrender to him in whatever season that you're in.
Yeah.
Totally surrender. How many of y'all look to do something new every day? I look to do something new every day. I do the newsletter because it's new and it's exciting. So every month I'm excited about doing the newsletter. And we're going to get down to where you are. It said the blessings granted each of us should be embraced, acknowledged, and most of all built upon with hard work and determination so that we keep growing and preparing ourselves as worthy recipients even greater rewards. And that's Dr. Phil said that. And Dr. Phil is a great person, don't you think so? Yeah. He's a great counselor. So we have to have determined. What are the 3 things we have to have? We have to embrace our what? We have to embrace who you are. See, some of us steady embracing who other people are. Oh, I want to be like Beyonce, or I want to be like Jay-Z for some young people, or I want to be like this. I hear preachers sound like other preachers. I'm like, why do you sound just like Jacqueline McCullough? Why do you sound just like Jamal Brown? Why do you sound like that? Because they emulate them so much that they want to sound like them, and they think if they sound like them, they're great. And God said we are designers originals. Yeah. So you don't want to sound like anybody else. You want to be a designer's original. So you have to embrace who you are. If your body type is an ectomorphic body type, that means you're tall and you're slender, you have to embrace that. If your body type is mesomorphic, it's like muscular-like, you have to embrace that. If your body type is endomorphic, that means you're short and kind of round, you have to embrace that. You have to embrace who you are. Yeah. Because everybody is not created the same way. If your hair is short and kinky, you have to embrace that. You know, if your skin is dark or your skin is light, you have to embrace that. In order for you to operate in your potential, you have to embrace who you are. So you can't look in the mirror and say, I want a butt like so-and-so, or I want teeth like so-and-so, or I want this like so-and-so. You have to embrace who you are at every season of your life. And some people never embrace who they were as a young girl or as a young boy. So when they get into the other seasons of their lives, they still struggling to embrace who they are. And when you fail to embrace who you are, you mess up other people. Because now you struggle with envy and jealousy. Because you never embraced who you were. You never accepted your complexion. You never accepted anything. You never accepted your whole family. I wish we was rich. I wish we lived where they live. So now you're looking at the Green Bay tree. Yeah. And you never thanked God for who you were. Yes. Or who you are. And where you lived. And what you had. And the pork and beans and hot dogs was good with the blue ribbon bread and a cup of Kool-Aid. So you never embraced that. So how can you embrace a steak and some fries when you never embrace? Now how many of y'all know that? Come on now, hot dogs and beans, a Kool-Aid. Come on now, red Kool-Aid. Come on now, a blue ribbon bread. You take that blue ribbon bread, you ball that thing up, you dip it in them beans. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Come on. So you never embraced that. You never embraced it. You were brought up in West Baltimore. You were brought up in the projects. You never embraced any of that. Yes. So therefore, how can God give you when you complained all your life about who you were, what you look like, who your family were, where you lived at, where you went to school, where you complained the whole time? So God said, when you get to the point where you can bless me or thank me for those things, that I can allow you to move to the next level. Yeah. I enjoyed my food stamps. I don't know about y'all. I enjoyed them colorful books. I don't know what y'all talking about. You got a whole lot of food from Murray Steakhouse. What you talking about? I enjoyed them. I was sorry I lost along the way. I mean, I was a black. It was over with, but I enjoyed it while I had it, and I thank God every time it came. So God is saying, embrace who you are, acknowledge, and most of all, build upon the hard work and determination, whatever hard work you had to do. Don't curse the hard work. Don't say, I wish I never had to do that. Stop cursing hard work. Hard work, as Bishop Folk said, builds character. You know, so it said build upon hard work and determination so that we keep growing and preparing ourselves as worthy recipients of even greater rewards. So if you can't thank God for where you are even tonight, you might not got $5 in your pocket. Some of y'all might got 50, but only live $1 for an offering. That's on you. And I got quiet on that one. I got real quiet on that one. So wherever you are tonight, if you don't begin to thank God right now where you are, because it's probably part of your potential, where God's trying to take you. God's trying to get you to thank me now. Thank me right now for wherever you are right now. Thank me right now, because it could be worse. And we forget to do that. All we do is complain. I don't have, wish I coulda, woulda. And God said, well, you're going to be at the wish you coulda, woulda for the next 40 years. Because you murmur and complain, and you're going to be there for 40 years and never reach your potential because you're not thanking me and you're not determined to go further where you are now. So I'm right here now. I'm determined to go. I got to put the extra work in. I got to put the extra time in. And when I put the extra work and the extra time in, I'm not going to complain about it. Because God has given me the ability and the strength to do that and the know-how to do that to get to the next level. No matter where each of us starts out on the social economic scale, like I said, whether you start at Gilmore Homes, Murphy Homes, Lexington Terrace, Flag House Courts, East Baltimore, Orleans Street, wherever you Park Heights, wherever you start at on a social economic scale, we all have the potential for being prosperous and fulfilling our lives. Amen. No matter where you started. I thank God for my humble beginnings. Never regret your humble beginnings. That's where your potential is. God allowed you to be there. God kept you there. How many of y'all was happy growing up? I had a happy growing up. I don't know about the kids today. But I was born in the 60s and I had a great time growing up. I cannot look back and say, only thing I can look back and say, Dad, I wish I'd have listened to my mom and didn't become a teen parent. But even in that, I don't regret it because I got my daughter serving me in Christ in the church. Amen. So I don't even regret that. She's sitting right there. So it said we all have the potential for being prosperous and fulfilling lives if we take the responsibility for our own success. I'm responsible for being successful. My husband is not responsible. He's supposed to help me get there because we're helpmeets. But he's not responsible for my success. I'm responsible for my success. You're responsible for your success. So if something don't go your way, you can't point at Roger and say, well, Roger, because you slept all day, I couldn't do it. Or you can't report to your husband or your wife or whoever, even your children. If I ain't have all these children, I'd be forever. Well, you did have all the children. It's not their fault. You understand? So it's not their fault. So you might gotta take a back seat for a minute because now your attention going to the kids. You know, so let the kids get a little bit more what you call independent, and then God will say, okay, I'm ready to start with you again. But you gotta have determination and hard work for that right there. That God can trust you to move you to the next level. So I'm responsible for my own success.
And you get something on. If it's meant to be, it's up to you.
If it's meant to be, it's up to me. It's up to me. Whatever I want to be, it's up to me. It's not up to anybody else. So if I want something great, then it means that I have to go to a training class for it, or I got to go to school for it, or as Bishop Folks said, I got to get around the right people for it. Then it's up to me. Nobody's going to keep on calling you and say, come to church, come to church, come to church. That's what you want, but eventually it's on you to get before the throne room of God and make your petition to the Lord. Can't nobody do that for you. Only you can pray for yourself. We can get behind you and speak over you, but it's up to you to take whatever you have to the Lord. Take all your cares to the Lord and leave them there. That's your responsibility. Did you, like Pastor Folks said, I'm not going to keep on praying for you when you're sitting home eating chicken boxes. And I'm praying for you because you got heart problem, but you home eating chicken boxes. That's why you got heart problem. See how we pray for people because we think the devil attacking their heart, but it's the cholesterol from the chicken. It's the cholesterol from the cheesesteak sub. And you talking about the devil had me up all night long trying to kill me. No, you ate a cheesesteak sub before you went to bed. 11 o'clock at night. You know, let's call a spade a spade. And any man trying to take you out, that's your flesh taking you out. And God said, but you have potential in me. You know, you can't blame a dude for not being the man he's supposed to be. When you met him, he was a boy. Come on. You met him, he was a boy. You can't blame him. You met him when he was a boy. We got a 16-year-old boy in our program. He getting ready to have a baby. I said, how you feel about having that baby? He said, I don't care one way or the other. I said, that's where you are. And you can't blame him for that because 16 years old, you're ready to go into 11th grade. What do he know about having a baby? He don't have no feelings one way or another. And I'm like, you said it right. You don't. So can't nobody blame him for nothing. But whatever than not wearing a condom, but you can't blame him for where his mind is because he ain't in Christ. That's where he is. So the mother and the daughter ain't got no business having no attitude because you slept with a boy. You slept with a boy who had no control of his own penis. If I can say that. Well, you slept with a girl and now she's pregnant. She ain't had no control of her own body. So now your potential almost put on hold because you didn't wait on the Lord or you didn't listen to mother and father and get around people that can get you to the next level. So you're responsible for your own success. You can't go out there and do all that stuff that come and expect your parents to take care of you. Pay your parents to take their hard money and give it to you. You're responsible for your own success. I made deliberate attempts to grow, to position myself to receive, and to reposition myself to receive more. That's Bishop T.D. Jakes. He said, I made deliberate attempts. I was a teen parent. I got pregnant at 14 years old. I had my daughter when I was 15 years old. I walked in my mother's bedroom and I said, don't worry about it, Mom. I'm going to graduate from high school. At that age, I had to take some steps, some deliberate steps to do what I needed to do. She was not responsible to make sure I got to school. I had to get up in the morning, dress Denise, go all the way to the bus stop, get on the bus, go all the way down to my grandmother's house, drop my daughter off down there with confidence now, get back on the bus and go back up to Walbrook High School. It was not her responsibility to get up and help me. I made the mistake. It was my responsibility. And I made an oath to my mom. I am going to get out of high school. I'm going to do what I have to do. When I got out of high school, she didn't say you got to go to college. It wasn't enough to do. I walked back up to Coppin State College that was down the street from my grandmother, across the street. Went over there and registered myself for school. Didn't know how to do it, but I did it because I had to make deliberate attempts to grow, to position myself to receive, and to reposition myself to receive anymore. So I get to Coppin State College, and I said, I want to be like them black women I see. I want to dress like them. I want to be like them. I want what they got. So I made a deliberate attempt to be around people who were going somewhere. And that's what you got to do. That's your potential. So you can't let mistakes keep you from moving. You can't make the fact that you used to do drugs keep you from moving. Somebody said, used to. That can't keep me from moving. You can't let abusive relationship in the past keep you from going to the next level. You ain't still crying about he beat me up, he bust my eye, he bust my chin. He did that, and it's over with. You had enough power to come out of that. Somebody say, I can't stay there. I got potential. I'm understanding who I am. I'm understanding more and more who I am at 58 years old. I don't care if you're 60 in here or 62 today. You should be understanding more and more who you are in Christ because now you're getting older. And now things that used to catch your flesh don't catch your flesh no more. So now God said, I can use you, but if you still 60-something, you still itching, God can't use you. Now you can itch if you got a husband or a wife. But if you still flirtatious and stuff like that, you need to ask God to bring you a husband or a wife. But you can't let nothing keep you from fulfilling your potential. Nothing. Nothing. He does not keep me. I love my husband and he loves me. But we don't keep each other from fulfilling our potentials. I have hobbies that I have. I don't sit home while he's sitting home doing what he's doing. He's on the computer. I say, I'll be back. I got to swim. Because that's what fulfills me. That's my potential in reference to making sure I stay healthy as a 58-year-old woman. Y'all ain't saying nothing? Because see, I can't go home and sit down and eat cake and eat french fries and drink soda and greasy food. Because at 58, I got to be healthy because God's given us so much to do. So he's not responsible for my success. He's not responsible for my weight gain. He's not responsible for, he's responsible